You might have to speak in front of. Come on up. You both gonna read it at the same time? Both you guys come up. All right. Does everyone have their card? The Real Talk Attitude. Okay. Does everyone, all the youth, have this card? Okay, everybody please stand up. All the youth, please stand up. It's like Slim Shady. Please stand up. Thank you. We're going to go ahead. What's your name? Okay, CJ. Okay, you're going to go ahead. He's going to repeat this. Everyone's going to repeat this, all right? All right? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I matter. I love me.
I love me.
I am loved.
I am loved.
I'm talented. I'm intelligent.
I'm intelligent.
I respect myself.
I respect myself.
I have dreams of gold.
I have dreams of
I have
gold.
the power to overcome any abuse.
I have the power to overcome any abuse.
I have the power to overcome any abandonment.
I have the power to overcome any abandonment.
I can do whatever I set my mind to.
I can do whatever I set my mind to.
I am ready to make a positive change.
I am ready to make a positive change.
I only fail when I stop trying. I believe things.
I believe in things.
Give them a warm welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Does anybody, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to ask 1 or 2 more questions if anybody has them. Anybody? So everybody here knows that right from wrong, right? Is everyone, who doesn't know right from wrong? Raise your hand. So everybody knows right from wrong. But we choose to do wrong, right? Sometimes. Let's keep it real, it's real talk. We choose to do wrong, right? Raise your hand if you've ever done anything wrong. And you knew that you shouldn't have did it, but you did it anyways. Okay. Well, the thing about doing the wrong thing is there's consequences. When you do the wrong thing, consequences. That one choice that I made in 1995, May 24th, arrest time was 6:05 p.m. at the Marriott Hotel in room 1516, cost me 19 years, 7 months for making one bad decision. Well, I made many bad decisions before that. I just got caught for that one. So, every day you guys have a decision to do right or wrong. When you're young, we never think about the consequences. That's the problem. We think that we're not going to get caught. We think that, no, it's not going to happen to me. We think that, okay, I'm going to shoplift this, I'm going to get away. We think that I'm going to start selling a little bit of weed and I'm not going to get caught. That's how it all starts. Stealing car stereos, smoking weed, shoplifting, disrespecting my parents. That's how it started with me. I ended up getting 235 months sentence in federal prison for a first-time non-violent drug offense. 26 years old. That was like a life sentence for a 26-year-old. One bad decision, one mistake. And I knew that I shouldn't have been there. I knew I should have just turned away. I knew that, you know what, it was the wrong place to be. But what did I do? I kept going. Because of greed. Because I wanted to make money. Because I thought that it would benefit me. Never thought I would get 20 years. 20 years, 19 years, 7 months. That was my sentence. For making one mistake. And the reason why I'm emphasizing this is because those who are around gangbangers, once you pull that trigger, once you decide to hold that gun, and that bullet leaves that gun, you can't take that back. Once you give that drug to somebody and they use it and they overdose, did you know that you could be charged with murder? Did you guys know that? You guys don't know what's in these drugs these days. You might be selling it. Somebody could OD. That could be somebody's mother, somebody's sister, somebody's father. And you guys would be held responsible for it. If they OD and they find out you're the one that gave it to them. It's something to think about. How many of you guys seen young kids breaking and entering into people's houses? How many of you guys watch the news and have you seen that around Vegas? How many of those young kids got shot? Because I'm going to tell you one thing, you come to my house, ooh, you better hope you don't come to my house. And I don't even have a gun, but my girl does. Yep. I can't carry one, but she can. So, I'll let her shoot you, and I'll just drag you outside. How's that? Try breaking them out. But on the serious, it's that simple. You break in a house thinking that you're going to get something, and you get a bullet. Is it worth it? You don't know whose house you're in. If somebody went into your mom's house or your house, how would you feel? What would you want to do to that person? You're going to want to protect your environment, right? What do you think the next person's thinking? You got some trigger-happy people. I don't know if you know about the Vegas laws, but you can carry your gun on the side here, and it's like the cowboy days, and it's legal. Open carry. If you don't think there ain't no trigger-happy people out here, you're wrong. Don't find out the wrong way. Just a little, public service announcement for you. Because I've been there. I've broken in houses. I've stolen car stereos, and I've done all that. I'm thankful that I was never shot. So just something to think about. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the guest speaker now. He's the Clark County Back on Track Coordinator, Alex Bernal. Would you please come up?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gone, praise him till I'm gone. I'm gone, praise him till I'm gone. When the praises go up, praises come down. When the praises go up, the blessings come down. It seems like blessings keep falling in my lap. It seems like blessings keep falling in my lap.
Woo! Man, I heard somebody go, ooh, Miss Chance. Listen, my name is Alex Bernal. I'm with the Clark County Gang Intervention Back on Track Coordinator. Ooh, bring some of that wine. It is a blessing for me today to talk with you and you, because this is not just for them, it's for you also. Man, every time I get the opportunity to talk to families and kids, it just gives me the opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for the daddy who I never really had, but I thank that I found my father. And then I thank my mother. Let me go a little bit more. Then I thank my mother, because trust me on this, perfect. Trust me on this. She didn't give up on me. Oh, don't get it twisted. She should have gave up on me plenty of times. You know the times when we do something really bad and we crying and they crying and you say to your mama, Mama ain't gonna do it again, I promise. Yeah, we laugh, huh? Man, well, we laugh, but you probably said that at least 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But see, just like my father, who I found out is a forgiving father, I'm so blessed that I had a mother that was a forgiving mother, because to be honest with you, there are some mothers that are not forgiving. okay? Because they themselves have forgotten that someone had to forgive them. But the problem is this. We need to let our children know that we messed up too. And that someone gave us chances. Because I promise you, no disrespect for the people in the back, but y'all ain't squeaky clean.
That's right. No.
They ain't squeaky clean. And trust me, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. But understand this. It is a blessing for me today to talk to you, but it's even more of a blessing for you to listen to me. I know I said that. Because see, there's a lot of kids and a lot of mothers who are never going to get to hear this message because they're either in jail or they're dead. Or maybe they just don't really want to hear about no real talk. But real talk, y'all got to get your stuff together. Real talk, you got to learn how to parent in this new era. Because see, I don't know how old you are, but I was born in 1900. And in 19-something, my mother's parenting skills were a little different. See, there was a time when we say, the lights, when the lights come on, you in the house. I promise you this, we'll be playing football in the middle of the street. It'd be third and go long. And he said, make a button hook over by the Chevy. And I promise you, as soon as I made that button hook, that light come on, I'm gone. Y'all were gone. What happened? And don't say it's just the kids. I think it's the parents too. You know why? Because it's what we did. Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, what y'all want? And I'm gonna be gone all day, so y'all play this. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of times parents forget to parent because we allow the machines and the toys and all that to parent our children. The phones parent our children because they Googling, researching, being on websites they ain't supposed to be on. And here's the crazy part, y'all. This is the crazy part. Parents trust y'all. Man, that's crazy. They be like this, what you on? What you doing on that phone? Nothing. Checking, watching videos, music video. Oh, okay, baby, all right. And then y'all be lying. Y'all be lying. But don't trip, your parents lie too. Want to hear one? Watch this. You better have this house clean because I'll be back by 2 o'clock. It'd be like 10 o'clock. She ain't even gonna be here too. She be lying. Trust me, I know, because I do that. Listen, all joking aside, let me tell you, I'm this cool cat now. I'm this guy who recognized his blessings, that recognize, and I'm off the clock now, so it's awesome. I thank God. I thank God for just giving me the opportunity to allow my mother to see her son become something. Because you got to understand, my mother is a professional Catholic. She is a St. Christopher, a rosary carrying, holy water, squirt gun kind of woman. And here's the crazy part. I know right from wrong. Oh, trust me on this. My mother didn't teach me how to roll nothing. She didn't have to teach me how to throw no fingers, chuck no fingers up. None of that. My mother was, right from wrong. You have to fear God. This is what you've been taught. But what do? It's different. See, once I leave out my door when I was your age, I acted a damn fool. And the reason I acted a damn fool is real simple. It was cool to look like a fool. It was. No one wanted to be a square. Because you know what happens when you become a square? You get bullied. And then when you get bullied, you get picked on. Then you get picked on, you hate school. And if you hate school, your grades start to drop. Then your mama or your daddy will beat the hell out of you because your grades dropping. And then you just don't care no more. And then when your parents say, Mijo, what is wrong with you? And you gonna go, I don't know, just don't want to do it. I hate school. How you hate school? You used to love school. You used to be this and that. The problem is, again, don't get upset with me because I'm a parent also. Parents, we parenting like we're 70s and 80s. And it ain't. You have to reinvent yourself. You have to recognize the message that I'm giving my children isn't working. What can I do to teach my child? No, better yet, excuse me. What can my child do to teach me? Because one of the things that I've done with my sons, and they're grown men, and I've been blessed that my sons did well, is because I had to sit right in front of them and be honest with them and say, hey, what am I doing wrong? Help me become a better father. What am I doing? Is there something wrong with my communication? Maybe my discipline. Hey, how about this $1 million question? If you were the parent of you, how would you parent you? Oh, I used to get it with that kind of stuff. Huh? What would you do? I'll probably take away his video games or something. That's it? Yeah. Man, appreciate you. Thank you. Put your stuff and put it in my closet. Made my job easy. But the thing is, they taught me how to be a parent. Know this. I've been where you've been. And all these gentlemen here and ladies here with the green shirts, they all got wonderful stories. We all got stories. I'm pretty sure, I promise you this, they ain't gonna be 100 with you. Some of y'all parents can put on them same shirts and be telling some stories just like that. They forgot though. Or they don't want to tell all what they've done. Because what would they think if they knew that their parent was once bad? I'd be like, I'm so glad you changed, Mom. I'm so glad you changed. And I'm sorry if I keep saying Mom, because that's all I knew. But there are wonderful fathers out there. Hey, young people, do me a favor. Raise your hand if you think you have the best mom or dad in the world. Raise your hand. Woo, damn. Y'all tripping. Let me say that again because that was kind of crazy. And the parents don't be over there going, man, my son, he raised his damn hand, he finna get it. Hey, one more time, because I think you got confused with the question. I said, raise your hand if you have the best mom or dad in the world. Raise your hand again. Some of y'all second guessing yourself. Okay. Put them all down. Y'all tripping. I got the best mom and dad in the world. I got the best mom. You know why I got the best mom? Let me tell you why. Because see, when I was growing up, she would always have meals for me. She'd always do my laundry. She always said, "Mijo, mate, time to get up and go to school." Every day. And when the judge used to say, "Will the defendant please rise?" my mom was right there all the time. How many of y'all got that kind of mom? You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all got good mom? Okay, that's cool. You know the difference between my mom and your mom? See, my mom makes the best tamales in the world. My mom makes the best arroz con pollo. My mom makes chorizo. My mom does that. Y'all don't know about that. That's that thick of the wrist. Nah, see, my mom cooks the best. Now, y'all can say, nah, my mom do, but here's the thing that separates me from you. See, my mom is the best mom in the world because she has the best son in the world. See, you can't claim to have the best mom in the world when you've given her the worst son or daughter in the world. It don't work like that. Don't say, oh, my mom, I love her. I'll do anything for her. I promise you, I swear, I've been doing this for over 20-some years. This is what happens. I be asking kids all the time, hey, man, will you die for your mama? They be like this, hell yeah, I'll die for my mama. Then I'll be like, you lie. You a liar. Oh, Mr. Alice, I'll die for my mama. You a lie. You know why I know you a lie? Because when she asked you to stop smoking weed, you couldn't do that. And when your mama asked you to stop hanging out with them kids, you couldn't do that. And when your mama said go to school and get good grades, you couldn't do that. So what made you think you can die for her? And real talk this. How about, and here's the crazy part, your mom and dad don't want you to die for them. They want you to live for them. So young people, get that out of your head. It's never about I want my son to die for me. No, they come, you brought in this world for you to live through them, to live for them. That's real, because this is how it works in society. Jacob today, if you walked out of here today and committed a serious crime, and it was on the news, and they're gonna say a minor, because they aren't gonna say your name, committed a violent murder. And they're gonna say juvenile went to this school, but since you're a minor, you're not gonna get a name. Do you not know within the next couple hours, your neighborhood would know who that is? And do you think they're gonna go, hey man, you know who killed that person? Who? Jacob, the guy with the glasses, man, the one who don't smile much. Yeah, that one. No, you know what they're gonna say? You know Mr. So-so-so-so? You know Mr. So-so-so-so? Yeah. The guys with the has the work truck in the front yard? Yeah, that was their son. Cause see, I'll be 100 with you. You haven't got to that point yet where you have your own identity. That's your identity. So they're not going to give you that name. They're only going to say, you're the child of that. Recognize that stuff that you do, everything you do, affects those who love you. And that's real. Everything you do. When you do something good, oh my Lord, your mama and daddy be like, me that love? Oh, look, he's got his report card. Oh, I'm so proud of him. Oh. When you do bad, me that love. God, when you hold that chick. It goes in a different tone. A different tone. Different word selection is picked. People, I'm going to tell you this, it's real easy. Young people, it's real easy. If you want your life to be good, if you want to be blessed with blessings, it's real simple, y'all. It's karma, baby. It's karma. That's what it is. What you get in this world is what you put out. It amazes me. Young people will do so much dirt, will do so much. I got young people who will steal at my desk, steal something from my desk, and go, what? Let me help you find it. Oh, y'all laugh because some of y'all do that. Oh, but here the cold part is. Here is the cold part. A year later, your bike gets stolen, and someone breaks in your house and steal your Xbox, and you got the nerve to be like, who the hell stole my stuff? Karma, baby. It's karma. It's that simple, you guys. Now, earlier I told you to recognize certain things. I'm gonna leave you because I don't know my time. What's my time looking? 30 more minutes. That's so awesome with her. Let me see if I can get something. Hold on. +5. You know, it's sad. It's sad to me that I've been doing this for over 20-something years. And it's sad that when I see a young person walk into my office, I almost can predict their future. And it's amazing how kids look at me like I'm stupid. Stylist, what you know? You don't know nothing. You don't know my life. You got that mentality like, you don't understand. I've been there, and I do this for a living. So that means every day I see this. Every day I see kids who walk in and think they're so cool, and they think they got the world by their hands, and they like, I got this. You can't tell me nothing. And then guess what? Then I'm at DJJS over at Judy. And I come and do it, I go in there do an intervention, I walk up and this is you. And I'll be like, hey man, can you tell my mom I said hi? No. Hey, how's everybody doing out there? Better. Because see, if you want to know what's happening outside, stay outside. It's that easy, y'all. It's that easy. Now let me ask you this, and I got to get going. And I appreciate your honesty. I promise you, you guys are so trustworthy. You're honest. I see a lot of familiar faces. Man, it's a beautiful thing. Not familiar in this program, but familiar in my other programs. But earlier I said it was a blessing. Let me ask y'all this. Y'all remember this cartoon, I think it was Peter Pan, And I think Peter Pan had this cricket. What was his name? What was it? Jimmy Cricket.
That's Pinocchio.
Did anybody know what he was supposed to be? I think he was supposed to be your conscience, right? I don't believe in conscience. I promise you I don't believe in conscience. I can't see a cricket telling me right from wrong. But I'll tell you what I do believe. Earlier I said that I was looking for a daddy when I found a father. Trust me on this, y'all. I've been hearing my father's voice since I was a kid. And it's the same voice since the age of 5 to the age of 48. It's been the same voice. But you know what? Sometimes I ignore my voice that I hear. Check this out. How many of you, raise your hand for this one, have ever been with a bunch of friends and in the back of your mind you said, they're gonna end up in jail or dead? Keep it 100. Woo! Okay, thank you. Thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that. You don't even understand how powerful that was for you to do that. That you honestly said to yourself, man, they gonna end up in jail or dead. Do you not know what that means? What that means that you are a genius. What that means that you're an intelligent young person. That you already identified toxic people that can kill you or get you in jail. You know how many people, you know how many adults can't see that? The fact that you already figured it out means you're smarter than the average man. But the problem is, you're so smart that you dumb. I know that's what it's about, but you really are. Because if you know, man, so finna get us in jail, he gonna end up dead, he gonna end up in jail, that's the time when you go, boom, 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 and switch friends. That's when you go and say, yo, man, I'm finna get out, man. I gotta head over, man. The real talk, man, she be tripping. We don't get there by 4 o'clock. She be tripping. Or my mama gonna be tripping. Or, you know, my PL be tripping. You know what's crazy? A lot of y'all are the best liars in the world because you're teenagers, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're professional liars. But here's the crazy part. You're professional liars, but you suck when it comes to your friends. Oh, son, are you high? No, mama. Everybody in the car was smoking, but not me. Oh, okay. Son, are you gangbanging? No, but what's this on your photo? Oh, that's my friend you like to tag. But you can lie to the one who gave you birth. The one who could have died giving you birth. The one who kept you for 9 months. Who nurtured you. Who loved you conditionally, unconditionally. Who fed you. Who taught you to tie your shoes. Who fed you. Who never let you miss a Christmas. You will lie straight in their face. Oh, so good. But when it comes to your friends, hey, we finna do this harmony, baby. We finna go hit this leg. You down? Check this out. Inside, you like, mama, I ain't trying to do this. But inside, you're like, mama, how you loving? But inside, this is what you do. Yeah, I'm down. Oh, I'm down. But you can't lie. But you can lie. But you can't lie. But then that's earlier what I said. You the smartest, dumbest person I've ever met. And that's being real talk. Once you identify that the people around you ain't no good, get the hell out of there as soon as possible. And I don't mean like, bye y'all, but gradually say, hey y'all, I got football practice. I got basketball practice. And I get it. They fun over there. Trust me, I know, I've been there. They more fun because they can get high. They kick it. They be hollering at girls. It's cool. I get it. But here's my part. I want you to understand this. When you get arrested, they gone. Or when you get shot, they gone. But tell me this though. Who's still there? Over there, behind behind you. Because I promise you this, my mom used to tell me this all the time. Mijo, stop hanging out with your homies that not your homies, because one day they're going to turn on you. You know what they used to say, my mom, you tripping. They're my friends. She said, no, I'm your friend. I will always be here for you. And you know what? Real talk. She's been with me 48 years of my life. God, thank you, Jesus, for having me still around, for her to be able to see her son do the right thing. But man, you know what though? I promise you this, y'all. Youngsters, you have an amazing opportunity to change your life. What's today's date? May 2nd. Oh man, May 2nd is so awesome. You know why May 2nd is so awesome? Because my brother's birthday is today. Little booger. Let me tell you what. May 2nd. How about this? What if you just said one day? No, let me take that back. I'm going to end it with this because I know I got to go. But you know, every time I get the opportunity to speak, I'm going to speak. I apologize. Free people, free people. Let me say that again. Freed people, free people. Young people, these people in these green shirts, they were freed. They've been battling drugs, they've been battling themselves, they've been battling violence, they've been battling demons. But guess what? They got freed. So what did they do? Those freed people came here to free you. And I have to say it like this, so you guys can really understand this, because I don't know if you get it, but I'm about ready to make it in so simplistic form that you remember I said, you so smart, you dumb? I'm going to get rid of the dumb and just make you smart. Now watch this. We all know that 1 + 1 is 3, right? What? What did I say? 1 + 1 is what? 3. What is it? Man, I didn't know I was going to be the room for all these geniuses. See, you already figured it out. You already know that 1 + 1 is 2. So you've also figured out, you know who's not good in your life. So all of y'all are geniuses. You figured it out. So when I said that free people, let me make it to you to understand this. Check this out. All of us, this is a recess, this is playground. Mamas and daddies, you act like y'all were in elementary school. I know some of you have to go further back and think about that. But check this out. All of us are right here, and this is the playground. We having fun, we running around, we running and we running. Then all of a sudden, you tag me and I do this. What game are we playing? Freeze tag. Wasn't that game fun? When did it stop being fun?
When you got older.
No. When you got tagged. Then the game sucked. You know why it sucks? Because you were stuck. Because you were stuck, you were right here, and this is all, everyone was having fun around you, and everyone was giggling and laughing at you, and this is you right here. Tag me, man. Tag me, man. And no one would do that. The game sucked because you were stuck. Hold on. But you know what? Life sucks when you get stuck. See, the game is called freeze tag, but trust me on this, the game is really freeze life. Because I promise you this, from back there to here to there, oh, I've been stuck. And what I mean by stuck is I've been stuck on stupid. And I've been stuck on drugs. I got stuck hanging with the wrong crowd. I got stuck. I promise you, I didn't think I was going to graduate high school. Trust me on this. I didn't think I was going to become anything in my life. But then something happened. I became a father. And then I became a father again. And I said, oh, I better get my life right. Because I've been over here badmouthing my daddy, and that could be me next. So I had to man up. But here's the part. Across the hall, there's this gentleman. His name is Melvin Peter Ennis. I was 19 years old with 2 kids. Barely could read with a diploma. That really didn't mean much at that time. But then, you know what? I told him, I opened my mouth and said, hey man, I need help. I need to change my life. I need help, I need a job, I need to feel good about myself. So he gave me an opportunity when I just turned 20 to work for the Clark County. He trusted me, he believed in me that I was gonna change my life. And guess what, y'all? I've been with the county ever since. You know why? Because I opened my mouth and I was stuck. And this is exactly what I did. Hey man, tag me please. And when he tagged me, he gave me self-esteem, he gave me confidence, he made me feel good about myself. Which made me become a better father, which made me become a better brother, which made me become a better son. It's all because I admitted that there was something wrong with me, and I went and sought help. And my mother couldn't help me, because she didn't understand what I was going through, because she's from a different generation, a different era. So I had to go find someone, a man. I went and found a man that looked nothing like me. And I just said, help me. And look where I'm at, y'all. The fact that I'm here in front of you with an amazing job, I get paid to do this, I get enough money to take care of my mother and my children. Man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing and an opportunity for me today to talk to you. And it's more of a blessing the fact that you got to hear this. Thank y'all.